Hello and welcome to another fantastic Elite Dynamics webcast. Today we're looking at our amazing activities module. So for those of you who do not currently use this or not seen this before, I'm going to give you an overview of some key features for you that are available. So Master Activities is where we start off by creating our activities that we have on our parks. So you can set these up in here and then create what we call sessions from them that are then the times and dates that a holidaymaker, an owner, a member can book for. We've got several functions available within Master Activities that you can apply to the activity depending on what type of activity it is and whether you want to use the function. So say for example, let's look at our aquajets here. In here we've used what we called our cancellation date formula. So you can set this at activity management setup level if you want to apply to all of your activities, or you can do it at activity level, or indeed if it's not even applicable in your business, you don't need to use it all. So what the cancellation date will do is that if you have terms and conditions that should a customer want to cancel an activity booking a certain period out of the actual activity booking date, you can set the date formula in here, and then should somebody try to cancel the booking and it's within that cancellation date, it will be able to do so. Looking at this as well, so ticket type ratio, great function if you want to, as we hover over it, gives you a summary, but say so for example you need to set up particularly from a health and safety reason, so maybe swim sessions, or on this example here aquajets, where for every 2 children booking a ticket type of child, there must be 1 adult with them. So what this will allow you to do by setting up and using this ticket type ratio field, because I've put 2 children in here, it will mean that every time we make a booking, if there was 3 children entered for example and only 1 adult, we couldn't make a booking for this session because there is more children to adults. Okay, so that gives you an example of that field that you can use. You can also, if you want to, you can set up different types of ticket availability. So you can set types available, prices. You can make things session tickets free if you want to, and you can make them available for your customer types as well. So as in the example of build a skeleton here. You can also as well, if I give you the example of this Christmas party one here, you've again, so this is your annual Christmas party, you're allowing holidaymakers, you're allowing your members in here, you're allowing your owners, and then you can also sell tickets to the public here. So by setting these ticket availability types up, you can assign them per ticket setup. What you can then do, so you manage your capacity of say for 500 for your venue here for example. You can then set as well, if you want to use it, a purchase window against each of these ticket setup at each level. So you can set this as default by completing this field here for the whole activity, or if you'd want to do it by ticket type in this scenario, this will then mean that your owner's tickets go on sale first, so 4 weeks out of the activity date, then your members 3 weeks out, then your holidaymakers 2 weeks out, and then public tickets go on sale a week before the date. You can also then use as well, in line with that if you wish to, this ticket limit. So what this will do is, in the scenario of your members here, when they go on sale 4 weeks out, there's going to be 250 tickets available for sale for the owners. What that'll then do though is, say in the scenario that they all sell out in that first day and you want to increase them, you can increase the ticket limit availability on here and then increase that so you can sell more, or vice versa. If it comes to the week out and the public tickets are going on sale and you haven't sold all your ticket limits, you can increase these as well if you wanted to sell more. So it just allows you to manage and fully manage and fill your ticket availability and your capacity. Thinking of capacity as well, I mean, you may see from the themes here, what you can use the activity module for is obviously primarily sports and leisure activities, parties, that sort of thing, swim sessions if you need to manage bather loads. But if you think with our activities module, anything that you need to manage a capacity for or ticket, then you can use the activities module for. So say for example you had an open day on your caravan sales showground and you wanted to manage the numbers for food or anything that you'd arranged or know who you've invited. Again, you could create an activity, set up a session and sell those through here as well. So fantastic for that. Looking at the golf one here, I see we also have the field here that you can set up called maximum bookings per session. If you put that in here, in the scenario that per tee off time, there can be 4 people can tee off, but that can be only from one booking. So by having this set up, we can set up our tee off time. So we've got people teeing off every 15 minutes. There can be up to 4 people teeing off, but that is only from one booking. Okay, so what that will mean is that if I make a booking and there's only 3 of us for a tee off time, it will mean nobody else can book for that tee off time. So whilst there's tickets available because the capacity is 4, because it's a maximum booking per session of 1, people aren't going to appear to tee off at the same time that I don't know. So handy to have. So that's the different features that we have on the master activities. Once you've created your master activity card, what you can then do is create your sessions. So the sessions being the times, dates, locations, parks that these activities are going to be. So you can use the manual function. These are kind of just one-offs, or if it was the Christmas party, for example, and it's only on one date, you could just populate that in here. You then have the option to set up sessions daily or weekly. When you use the daily option, you can then do, if a session is daily but only once a day, you can fill in all your dates here. Put your start and end date again so you can plan into the future. Or if you wanted to do, and that'll create a single session per day. But if you have multiple, so say for example your swimming activity, swim sessions for example, you can set up multiple per day. Should you choose the weekly option, very similar, so you can use multiple or single, but what this will give you the option to do is choose per day. So if it's not daily, but it's only every Tuesday and Thursday every week, you can set that up in here. Once you've set up all your filters and put in what you want to do, you've got the option to update, so it'll give you and display everything that you've put down here before you click on OK, so you can just check everything as you want it to be. Okay, so that's your setup done, and like I say, you have the facility and function to create that be in advanced and have those available in advance, and if you want to, you can set all your activities up, but then use the purchase window so that they're only available for sale certain period out of the actual session. To book an activity, you've got the fantastic find activity availability. What that'll do is we've got, again, based on your setup, it will return what availability, what sessions that you've got coming up. You can see on this screen how many tickets have been sold, what's left to be sold, how many bookings, if that maximum booking per session is relevant, and you can make a booking direct from here. You'd use this for general sales, so say for example you've not put any terms and conditions, and you'd also be able to use this for your public tickets if you've set up an activity that has a public ticket availability set up. So activity booking availability for that, but the other starting points, if you are making a booking for a holiday maker and they're on the phone and they're wanting to also see what activities are on when they're on holiday, by coming direct from the booking card, it's going to pre-filter to the park they're staying at and obviously also the dates that they're coming on holiday, and it'll give you that overview to say to the customer what is on for when they're on holiday. But you can also as well book direct from here. So if the customer wanted to book the build a skeleton while they're here, you can just click in, book the tickets, and you can create that direct from there, and it's going to link that to this holiday booking. So when I go back, I'm going to get a history as well of any bookings that have been made. So that'd be direct from the bookings card. So you could use that for any that are set up for general sale, or any tickets that you have set up that are available to holiday makers only using the ticket type. Same from owners. So again, you can add an activity booking from here. This is going to tell me any that are general sale, or also any that are owner. I can book them again direct from here, and you'll also be able to see any history, so any bookings that I've made, and you've got that history there. And then exactly the same, should you have our memberships module, you can also make a booking that for your members for activities direct from the membership card. And as we know, when you're coming direct from any relevant customer cards, it's going to, when you make the booking, bring all their information direct through to the booking. But what this will do is, again, it's going to give me anything that's on general sale without any ticket availability type, and also any tickets that are my member only ones. So in this scenario, you'll be able to make the booking, take the payment, but as well you'll also see any from the actual member card, you'll again see history of any bookings. In this scenario, George has made a lot for that Christmas party, as we can see. So you'll be able to see all that information as well from here. Another fantastic function that we have is, you know how we love a matrix in Elite Dynamics. We've got an activity session matrix. So this is a great one to give you an overview of all the sessions that you have set up. You can filter it by park, of course, code, or type code that you might have set up. So if you wanted to see all your Christmas activities or golf, for example, you can use, so this will give you everything. So see how we've got all those golf sessions set up over there. If you've got a whole load of sessions, you can use the overview one, which will narrow them down for you. And then you can hover over it, and it's going to give you all the information behind that. As you again hover over a session, it's going to give you some key information: how many tickets are sold, what the time, the date, the park that it's on. If you have a number of parks using activities, again, you can add the park name to the display if that's relevant. So we can see here that we've got a builder skeleton at Park AF and Park HW, for example. Then when I click into the actual session, I've got a direct link to either the session card, the session setup card, the master activity, or I could make a new booking from here as well if I wanted to. So that's our beautiful matrix. You can also as well, from the activity card, if you want to use the check-in and check-out function, so requires check-in. If it's not applicable for a particular activity that you need to check the customers in, you just leave it blank. If you just need them to be checked in, use check-in, or if you need them to be checked in and checked out, if you use that from the activity card, when you create the sessions, you can then check the customers in from the activity booking arrivals. So as you see here, you've got your activity arrival screen. It's going to pre-filter from today. What you can then do from here is either check them in, or you can no-show them. You can also do that direct from the actual activity card. So you'll be able to check them in, no-show them at activity card level here, but also you can also do that at ticket setup level. Okay, so at ticket level, if this one arrived, you can check them in. But if you also need to record your no-shows, you can do this either at activity levels or at ticket level as well. So another handy function if it's something you need to do from a health and safety reason or capacity to record everybody who arrived or did not arrive. And then lastly, just want to quickly show you some bulk functions. So from activity bookings list, you've got confirm multiple, you can cancel multiple, Same from activity session setup, you can complete multiple. So say for example, you can, before you run your income recognition, from here you can complete any sessions from the past that have already happened, or if they didn't happen you can multiple cancel them from here as well, so that then you can run your income recs. If they're cancelled or they were completed, you can complete them all from here in bulk and then run your income rec. But also as well, what's handy is from master activities, what you can also do is once you've created your sessions, you've also got the opportunity to bulk update down here. So say in this scenario you've got a capacity of 30 in your swimming pool, but then you are able to employ more lifeguards, for example, and increase your bathing load, or vice versa. Somebody calls in sick and you need to decrease the bathing load. What you can do from the sessions here is either use your update tickets to increase, or so say for example this one we wanted to decrease, you could decrease the capacity for a single session, but at the same time as well you can always use your select more. So let's, for example, we want to use this function again, but what we want to do is all these sessions we want to increase. For example, you can use it to increase or decrease. Because I've selected these sessions, when I click on update all, if we say for example have the scenario that we can increase the capacity to add 5 more, when I do that it'll then update in bulk those sessions for me. So you can also as well bulk cancel from here, complete here as well. So you can do that from the activity card as well. So a great function there for you. So there we go. That's given you some of our key features to our activities module. I hope you've enjoyed, and thank you very much for your time. Take care.